guess so. Especially if it's quite old.
I don't know. We're gonna assume that's the case. If not, just grab us.
All right. I'll talk to Stacy as well. I'll make sure.
Barbara, see, when I miss you, I bring you snacks.
Yes, same here.
Thank you. No introduction necessary.
Good evening and welcome. We are gathered here to join Emma, my sister, and Scott, my soon-to-be brother-in-law, in the union of marriage. Today is one of the most important days of their lives. They are choosing to spend forever with one another, and this choice is a self-defining moment that will shape their future. We are all blessed to be able to witness them make the ultimate commitment of love. And I am honored and excited to help them take this next step. Emma and Scott, thank you. I know that everyone here is very special to Emma and Scott, and it makes me feel so good to see so many people who care for and support them as a couple. But not everyone who Emma and Scott wish could be here are here, so we'd like to remember those whose presence we miss. Now, I'm not married yet, and this is the first time I'm officiating a marriage. So I'm limited in what I can say about the subject. But I am a lawyer, and love aside, marriage is a legal concept. So why not talk about marital law? I can't think of a better time, can you? Marriage is a constitutional right. Because of this, the legal requirements to get married are quite simple. In New Jersey, each person must be at least 18 years old, not currently married, and not incapacitated. And the couple must obtain a marriage license from the relevant municipality. That's pretty much it. It may surprise you to know that in New Jersey, you can legally marry your cousin, and that in limited circumstances, the bride or groom doesn't even need to be present at the ceremony. Instead, a representative stands in for the missing person, and the ceremony goes on. This is called marriage by proxy. So what I'm trying to say, Emma, is that even though you work so hard to plan this wedding, we might not actually need you here right now. But putting the law aside, the Supreme Court reminds us why the institution of marriage is so meaningful. To quote one opinion, "No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the highest ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. In forming a marital union, two people become something greater than once they were." Emma and Scott, I know that you meet the requirements under New Jersey law, and I also know that you together are greater than you are apart. Growing up, Emma and I were very different. An elementary school teacher that we both had once described me as someone who would get ulcers, and Emma as someone who would give others ulcers. But we had a lot of fun growing up, and I have a lot of great memories. I remember we went to Gramsci's and convinced ourselves that we could sneak home Prince Charming, a frog that hung out in her swimming pool. I remember our grand plan was that if our parents heard the frog in the car ride home, the excuse was going to be, "Oh, sorry, I have a frog in my throat." Well, that didn't work out. We got busted on the car ride home. Emma, I also remember that you used to make me dress up like a princess. Do you remember playing Pretty Pretty Princess? That game where you spin an arrow and whatever piece of jewelry it lands on, you get to wear? You were always so upset when I got the tiara. Or how about that time you tried to convince me to break your arm because you so desperately wanted a cast that everyone at school could sign? I did not do it. Emma has changed a lot since then, and I've been fortunate to watch her grow up and become the beautiful, hardworking, accomplished woman that she is today. I am very proud of her, and I love her very much. 4 years ago, Emma and I traveled in Europe together. We spent time in Poland and then visited Prague. During much of the trip, Emma ridiculed me for constantly referring to and relying on TripAdvisor, and criticized the occasional selfie I took, saying that I looked too serious. It was on this trip that I actually first met Scott over FaceTime. Emma had been telling me about Scott and how much she liked him. And I knew it was serious because she wanted to introduce me to him and couldn't wait. It was the end of a long day, and Emma and I were waiting to pick up tickets for an overnight train from Krakow to Prague. I remember I was exhausted and not looking my greatest, and I didn't want to make a bad impression. But Emma didn't give me a choice and threw the iPhone in my face. And there he was, her future husband. Scott is the nicest person, and it's not just me who thinks this. In fact, if you offered me $1,000 to come up with something bad to say about Scott, I wouldn't be able to come up with anything. Sorry, Emma, I love you, but this doesn't hold true for you. Oh, I love you, Emma. I've enjoyed getting to know Scott because I've learned he's smart, responsible, loving, determined, and easygoing. He has all the qualities that I could hope Emma would find in a husband. During his bachelor party, a few of his friends told me that they've tried to corrupt Scott, but that their attempts have always been unsuccessful. To illustrate what kind of a guy Scott is, before he proposed, Scott took me to lunch and asked for my thoughts on proposing. I was really touched by this, to hear how much he loved my sister. And I was honored that he wanted to let me in on his plan. So I can actually say that Scott not only proposed to Emma, he also proposed marriage to me, and then straight up asked me if I would marry him. And in fact, that's why we're here. I'm marrying Scott today. Well, marrying him to Emma. Scott makes Emma very happy, and Emma makes Scott very happy. They belong together. As many of you know, Emma fell for Scott the night she met him. And by that, I mean both figuratively and literally. Not only was she attracted to his good looks and charm, yes, she also physically fell down in front of Scott after he walked her home. Incidentally, our Caitlin cousin fell down in front of her now husband, Mark, the night that she met him. I don't know, it must be something in the family. Emma and Scott had met at a friend's party that they almost never went to. Emma was supposed to be somewhere else that night, and Scott was hesitant to go because it was late and the party was far from where he was. It was the brother of one of Emma's best friends, Justine, who introduced Emma and Scott. In introducing them, he said the two would have a lot in common to talk about. Scott describes their conversation throughout the night as intense, but in a good way. Talking to her, he felt as if he had known her forever. Like the perfect gentleman he is, Scott walked Emma home that night. It was drizzling outside, and as Emma confidently walked down the 3 steps from the street to the front entrance of her apartment building, she slipped and fell down. What did Scott do? He sat down in the puddle there with her because he wanted to make her feel comfortable. That's the sort of guy that Scott is. They've been together ever since, and Emma and Scott bring out the best in one another. Emma says Scott is the kindest person she ever met. He made her feel special right from the beginning. Scott makes Emma very happy and makes her laugh when she thinks laughing is not possible. She loves how loyal he is and how with family and friends above all else. She also loves how passionate and driven he is and how he's always thinking of new business ideas. Emma wants to marry Scott because he challenges her to be a better person and also balances her out. But she also loves that Scott accepts her flaws. Emma is excited to have Scott as her partner to experience life with, and she says that she is truly the lucky one. Scott says he loves how hardworking Emma is and the drive she has in everything she does, be it related to work, family, friends, or their relationship. And Scott says this is why Emma needs so much sleep. In fact, it's this dedication that made Scott interested in Emma the first time they met. Scott also says he loves how much Emma challenges him and makes him a better person, and how Emma makes him feel comfortable and calm when he's not. Emma and Scott have fun doing even the simple things. Scott says that he couldn't imagine life without her, and that he will cherish being able to start and end every day with Emma. He is excited about this lifelong commitment and says that Emma will make an incredible mother. Emma and Scott, I couldn't be happier for you. It's now time for you to share your words of love for one another by exchanging vows. Emma, please share your vows. Yes.
All right. Scott, I love you so much, and I'm so lucky to be standing here with you today. Since the moment we met, everything has just made sense. With you, it is easy. I'm happier, more relaxed, and fully present. You are the kindest man I've ever met. You value what is most important and challenge me to do the same. You are the only one who can make me laugh when I never think it's possible, and you're the only one for me. I'm so excited that we've chosen to spend the rest of our lives together. So as we take this next step, I promise to always love, honor, and respect you with all of my heart. I promise to be there for you no matter what. I promise to support your entrepreneurial spirit by actively listening to and sometimes helping you accomplish all of your new business ideas. I promise to be by your side, even in your deepest V-neck. I promise to help you shut off when we get home so that you can truly relax. I promise to push you to try new things and experience firsts. I promise to be a loyal wife and show you nothing but love and affection each and every day. I promise to be the best mother to our kids, even if we have 3 sons. You are my partner in crime, my lover, and my best friend. This will never change, that I promise.
Scott, please share your vows.
All right. Emma, I love you so much. As I stand here with you today, I think about how lucky I am to have met you. You truly do make me a better person. You're the only one who can get me to really unplug and relax. You've taught me how to be comfortable, even in uncomfortable situations, and most importantly, you've taught me how to love. I have never loved something or someone as much as I love you. And you're without a doubt the only one for me. I am so excited to have chosen to spend the rest of my life with you. As we take this next step together, I promise you that I will always love, honor, and respect you with all of my heart. I promise to be there for you no matter what. I promise to support your career ambitions, even if that takes us halfway around the world. I promise to live a healthy life and support whatever dietary needs you have, even if that means I cook all of our meals. I promise to help you shut off when we get home so that you can truly relax. I promise to push you to try new things and experience firsts. I promise to be a loyal husband and show you nothing but love and affection each and every day. I promise to be the best father to our kids, even if we have 3 daughters. You are my partner in crime, lover, and best friend. This will never change. That I promise.
Now, the best man and maid of honor, having witnessed Emma and Scott's vows, will execute the marriage license with me. Jordan and Stacy, please join me. All right, Stacy. So, yeah. And then I got one more for you. If you just sign down there. And then Jordan's going to... Right. Jordan? great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're now getting to the part of the ceremony where we make things even more official. Scott, do you take Emma to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Emma, do you take Scott to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Jordan, may we have the rings, please? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Scott, please take Emma's left hand and place the ring on her finger. Emma, please take Scott's left hand and put the ring on his finger. Okay, Emma and Scott, it's time. Are you ready? Here it goes. Having been duly ordained as a minister, having been appointed by Emma and Scott to solemnize their marriage, having been presented the license from the registrar of the borough of Peapack and Gladstone authorizing this marriage, and having received the encouragement from Emma and Scott's loved ones in this congregation before me, by the power vested in me by the state of New Jersey under Title 37, Chapter 1, Article 3, Section 13, subsection A of the revised statutes, it is my honor, my privilege, and my pleasure to now pronounce, with love, you, Scott Hunter, and Emma Elizabeth, husband and wife. Scott, you may now kiss your bride.